We wanted to kind of create something that was much more relevant to gay and bisexual men's lives, something that was sexy, something that was upfront, something that was honest, and something that we felt that was missing nationally. So we created Healthy Gay Manchester. It was very important to us to make sure that what we were doing was really optimistic, was really ambitious, and that, I suppose, spoke to men in a way that they weren't being communicated to prior to that. So all of Healthy Gay Manchester's resources, I know that Mike has been, assiduously kind of collecting lots of kind of examples of the work, but all of them were, very explicit. We got into lots and lots and lots of trouble because of the explicit nature of the work, but we felt very strongly that it was important that men talked about sex in order to keep alive. Mm-hmm. And so therefore we felt that we had a responsibility to communicate with men in the way that they were communicating with each other. And also we were part of the target audiences as well. And we did a lot of work talking to guys from different subsections of the gay and bisexual men's communities. So leather men, rubber men, guys into the fetish scene, younger guys, older guys, bears. And we developed a whole range of information resources that were targeted and aimed at them, using images that they kind of, either agreed to participate in developing, or that they approved and signed off. And in language that was relevant to them and the guys that they fancied. So, as I say, we got into lots of trouble being very sex positive, being quite explicit. But we didn't do it for any other reason than we felt it was important to, have a positive impact in reducing the incidence of HIV infection. And again, I think that it's really important to remember the context of the early and mid-90s. There was a hysterical campaign in the mainstream and right-wing press, similar to what it feels like at the moment, aimed at trans communities. There was lots and lots of AIDS phobia. There were lots and lots and lots of, negative stories about, and we've seen it actually recently, about a police force suggesting that you can transmit HIV through spitting and, kind of giving people spit guards, which is just ridiculous. But that was how it felt in the early and mid-90s. And I think that it can be very difficult coming out for lots of lesbian, gay, bisexual and trans people anyway, that we all have our scary stories that we carry around with us, that we all have quite negative experiences of how certain people react to us or how certain people kind of respond to us. So the fact that outside of our own lives and our own communities, there was this huge, horrendous, hysterical negativity that every day you would open the paper and it would be sort of like AIDS scares and negative stories. It just compounded to have negative impact, I think, on many men's sort of like, emotional and mental health.